This is Seldon Tenzing. Um, I'm coming in live today with a very, very heavy heart. Let me give you just a quick background of what I'm talking about. So, just a little over a month back, my grandmother passed away, and that's due to her old age. And then, right 2 days ago, my grandmother's sister passed away. And then I think last night, what really shook us is one of our close relative, my dad's side, an uncle close to us, he passed away due to COVID-19, the infection that we're all dreading today. And it's my whole family is grieving. Yesterday night, it was like it really didn't sink in me yesterday, but today I realized that I was in a state of shock. I was in a state of completely shaken from inside, and it was like a wake-up call. It was totally a wake-up call. And I realized that I'm a kind of person who really works hard on emotional well-being, on emotional strength. But the thing is that when you see your close ones break down, you are, cold chills go down your spine, and you feel so powerless, and you feel so powerless against the law of nature. I had almost cancelled this live. I was just not ready to face anything. I was feeling too emotionally unstable. But there was something inside me that said that I should do this. I should force myself to do this, because there is a mission that I'm trying to do. The reason why I became a coach was not just because I found it too fancy or exciting, but because I felt that most of us is living a life of, I'm sorry to say this, but a life of ignorance. Most of us are not aware how to live a happy and a meaningful life today. And losing a family member, close person to you, is a strong reminder that life, it can be so unpredictable, so unstable, and we cannot play. None of us can play a small game in this life. None of us. And when I say small, I mean small in terms of your mindset, small in terms of your activities in your life, small in terms of your actions, and small in terms of your contribution and service to other people. This passing away of my uncle made me, brought back so many emotions. And you think, why did this happen? Why? You start asking all these questions, and people who are close to me know that I have a disease of asking a lot of questions, and I have a disease to drive people crazy by asking so many questions. But I kept on asking this question: why is this happening? And the funny thing is that you don't ask this question often enough, because when it happens to someone else, people are suffering, people are dying, so much is happening. But when it happens in your own family, the impact is something another level. I hope you agree all of that, right? So while I was asking this question, why is this happening? Why is people suffering? Why are we suffering? Why did this virus outbreak even happen in the first place? And while I was thinking and introspecting into all of this, I realized that, the Newton's third law of motion, every action has an opposite and equal reaction. So guys, whatever we're going through right now, this is the reaction of our own action. All of us together, not just me, not just you, but all of us together. We call it the collective karma, collective action. So many things are going wrong in this world. So many things. But what do? We sit there and we wait and we hope and we pray that things will get better. We're hoping, we're sitting right now, we're hoping and praying that this coronavirus situation will go. We will, somebody hoping, somebody waiting. We're waiting for the vaccination to come, and nothing wrong with that. But the real question I want to ask, and I was asking myself, what am I doing? What am I doing to make this world a better place to be? We all have an image of an ideal world. We want this to happen, that to happen. We're pointing fingers at everybody else. The politicians are not doing their job properly. The police people are not doing. The hospitals are not doing. Everything we crip and cry about everything. But what are we doing? What are our own actions? Because I realize it's not one person's job. It's a collective karma job. We all have to come in together. And I want to really talk about the sense of contribution, a sense of service to other people. It's time that we go beyond ourselves. I hope it's making sense to some of you. And you know what? And I was thinking, if it's contribution is the answer, the service is the answer, kindness is the answer, compassion is the answer, why don't we do it? Why is it so difficult? Why are we so absorbed in our own worlds? Because you know what? It's not your fault or my fault. It's a society's programming that we have in our minds. What is a program? A program, we've been programmed that we've got to think about ourselves. We have to defend ourselves. We have to protect ourselves. We have to grow ourselves. We have to achieve ourselves. And while, and it's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. All right. But while I feel that there's a reason why it is being said. And let me share you why it is being said. That's the reason is because everyone should be self-aware. Thinking about self is being self-aware. Loving yourself is self-love, and that is needed. Because being self-aware means that you're able to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, what you want in life, what you don't want in life, what your passions are, what your heart says, what your feelings are. It makes you a strong person, it makes you an independent person. So all that is great. You know where the problem is now? The problem is that we are too attached to that feeling. We are just too attached to that feeling. We're so self-absorbed today that many times we don't see anyone else apart from yourself. And what is that leading to? It's leading to greed. Now what is that greed? The greed is that feeling of you want more. I have a small house, I need a bigger house, I need a bigger car, I need this, I need that. All the material things. And what does greed do? It makes you focus. It makes you focus on things that you don't have. It makes you focus on things that is missing in your life. That is what greed does. How is that going to make you feel? If you continuously focus on things that you don't have or you're missing, how are you going to feel? So coming back to the whole idea of achieving and acquiring, it's not really, again, it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But ultimately, we've got to understand one thing. This is not the ultimate source of happiness. Check for yourself. How many material things you've bought? Let's say you've bought a new fancy car today. How much pleasure are you going to get out of it? A month? 2 months? 6 months? How much pleasure are you going to get? It's not constant at all. It's not going to remain forever, right? But you know what remains? What feeling remains forever? It's a feeling of contribution. Feeling of contribution, serving other people selflessly. And I'm not trying to be a guru or a baba or something, and I'm not trying to preach anything. Nowadays, if you don't believe me, there are medical researchers, scientists, doctors are actually doing research on this, and they have understood the power of serving other people, the power of contribution and compassion. There are researchers that say that it lowers your blood pressure, it lowers your stress, it eliminates diseases like hypertension, and it also gives you an increased sense of life satisfaction. I am not saying these are what the doctors are saying, but I have experienced in my own life, through my own life as well. Few years ago, I started working for the underprivileged children. Okay, and these amazing children who are on the streets that we see begging sometimes, or these kids who are the children of the laborers that you see around, really coming in from a very bad living condition. What I was trying to do is I was trying to give them some level of education, basic level of education, and I wanted them to experience the joy of being a child, which they are missing today. You know what? Two things happened to me when I work with these children. Number one, when I saw their living conditions, the struggle that they're going each and every day, I realized how much blessed I am. I had this profound sense of gratitude for the things that I had, and I only focus on things that I have. And I felt so happy and satisfied inside that I'm doing so well in my life, so blessed. And the second thing that I realized was when I saw the smiles on their face, these kids, beautiful kids, when I saw the smiles on their face, and I felt that I was able to make some difference in their life. I forgot all my problems. You know how much we can be fixated on our small things, choti cheeze, small things. This is not happening. That we're complaining about these small things, and when you see the condition they are living in, I forgot my own problems, and I felt like, if they can do it, I can do it. Like, I have no problems in my life. So, and this is a very powerful experience. And then I started to work with some youth, empowering some youth, and I started to work with women empowerment. And I kept on getting that same feeling back. And it's so amazing. Because whatever I was giving, the happiness that I was giving them, I was getting, I think, I don't know, multiple times of happiness back. So it's not just about benefiting the other person. The kind of happiness, the benefits you get is another level altogether. I talk about this concept with people, and sometimes many people are not able to digest this, and they come up with reasons like, oh, it's great, but I don't have time. It's great, but I don't have money. Please, I understand we all have challenges in our life. But I'm not asking you to quit your job or give away all your money to other people. But there is something inside us that we should be able to give to someone. It could be in form of a skill, it could be in form of energy or time or money, whatever it is. We all have that aptitude. 1 or 2 hours in a week, is it a big deal? I don't think so. It's time, guys. The message that I want to put out today, that it's time that we stop cribbing and crying about everything that's happening. The real solution to the world problem today, to all the suffering that is happening, the economic problems, the health problem, the emotional problem, the mental problem, the solution to all of them is each one of us take that 100% ownership that we are going to do something about this. We are going to take action in making the world a better place. And it could be anything. There is nothing big or there is nothing small in it. It could be absolutely anything. My deep wish is that each one of, and that's the reason why I became a coach, because I want each one of us to live a life of passion, live a life of purpose, make it a mission, because that's what is a